And now it's time to sit back and relax and enjoy the best of Groucho. It's Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. Brought to you by Geritol, America's #1 tonic. Geritol, the fast-acting, high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast. And by Sominex, the new effective non-habit-forming aid to sleep. Taken as directed, Sominex helps bring 100% safe sleep. And here he is, the one, the only...
Thank you, folks, thank you. Shucks. Well, here I am again with a chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they'll win an extra 100 smackolas. And this is the word right here. Do you know Duncan Hines, his brother?
No, I don't. Who's Duncan Hines' brother?
You do know who it is.
You told me last week.
Who is it?
I've forgotten.
Well, it's Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, I know why I forgot.
Now, you see, they like... How do you keep your trousers so shiny?
Groucho, Cornelia Hendriks and Romaine Fielding are waiting to talk to you, so put you in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Cornelia Hendriks and Romaine Fielding. You're Cornelia.
I'm Cornelia, yes, Groucho.
Are you married?
Yes?
You have 5 children, huh?
No, only 2 daughters.
You're 28 years old?
No, I'm 47.
Well, I'll try once more. Are you from Philadelphia?
No, I was born in Cimahi, Java.
You were born where?
Cimahi. That means enough water in Malay.
Did you come right to California from...
Oh, no,
from
Groucho. We were
this piggy bank?
repatriated to Holland.
You what?
We were repatriated to Holland.
Oh, you went to Holland, eh?
Yes.
Where did you live in Holland?
In Limburg.
Isn't that where the Limburger cheese comes from?
Yes, it's made there, but they don't eat it there. They export it to Holland.
Well, where do they eat
to
it?
America.
What happens to the Limburger? They send it to America?
Yes.
Well, that's America for you. Give them 36 months to pay, and they'll buy anything. Now, your name is Romaine Fielding, huh?
That's right, Groucho.
That's you.
That's right.
I've been trying to think where I've heard that name. Romaine Fielding? Was he a big movie star about 40 years ago?
Oh, that's right, Groucho. Actually, he was a contemporary of Francis X. Bushman in the old silent days.
Oh. Well, since you have his name, are you following in his footsteps? Are you in show business?
No, I have no particular talent for acting, Groucho.
Don't you have any talent? Can you sing or dance or tell jokes? Can you
Well,
stand on your head?
No, the only thing when I was in the service, I used to be able to do the manual of arms forward and backward verbatim.
Well, I doubt if you can get much of a spectacular with that kind of an act.
Well, that's what I thought, too, but we had one interesting experience when I was apprentice seaman in the Navy down in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. We were lined up, all the apprentice seamen were lined up for inspection. So along came the Secretary of the Navy, which was then Mr. Knox, Admiral King, who was then Admiral of the Fleet, and the commanding officer of the vessel. And about this time, this lieutenant says to me, "Sailor, step out here. You know so much about this, you don't have to..."
Were you a common sailor?
I was a real common sailor.
A gob.
Oh, I was the most gobby. So anyway, he throws the piece at me and stand at attention. He said, "Describe the position of attention." I said, "Position of attention, heels on the same line as close together as confirmation the man permits, feet turned out equally from an angle of 45 degrees, knees straight without stiffness, hips level and drawn back slightly, weight of body resting equally on hips, shoulders squared and falling with thumbs along the seams of the counters, back the hand out, fingers curled naturally, head erect and square to front, chin drawn back slightly, so that the head and neck is vertical, eyes straight to front. In assuming the position of attention, heels are brought together smartly and audibly. The mind as well as the body must be at attention." I said, "Would the lieutenant like to have it verbatim backwards?" He was sort of dumbfounded. He said, "Yes." I said, "Attention at B must body be as well as mind be. The mind as well as the body must be at attention. Front 2 straight eyes straight to front."
I like it better this way. It's clearer. I didn't get it the other way. Well, what do you do? Is this your living? You do make a living by just
No, actually,
saying things backwards?
no, actually.
What is your profession?
Actually,
Or racket, as we call it.
I install a glamorous type of automatic laundry. That is a sort of Hollywood version. Washing machines, extractors, dryers, and so forth, and we've tried to give it a little bit more oomph, a little bit sex appeal, so to speak. Then,
where do you sell this laundry equipment?
well, we sell it actually all over the world.
You do, huh?
Put them in such faraway places as Fresno and Las Vegas. And,
yes, Fresno is quite a ways off.
And then also in Moscow in the Soviet Union.
You went from Fresno to Moscow?
This is true. This is true. Actually...
Why did you pick out Fresno?
What we did, we went to Moscow in the Soviet Union. We were participating in a trade fair. And when we were there, we convinced them that we should have a one-man show.
You convinced who?
The
Khrushchev?
Well, almost. Actually, the mayor of Moscow came to see our laundry. They have a lot of dirty linen there, of course. But
you can say that again. I don't think they have any clean linen there.
We brought the equipment in. All this was conducted, by the way, Groucho, in Russian. In other words, I learned the language when I came out of the service. And so we conducted the entire business for 2.5 months.
Would you mind saying all this in Russian?
Что вы хотите слышать? Если вы хотите, я могу совсем свободно говорить по-русски. Достаточно или нет? Хорошо, вот. Какой человек? Хорошо. All right, so we conducted this
He's
thing...
what they call a security risk. Well, let's play You Bet Your Life and see if you can win some money, huh? You selected a dictionary quiz. I'll give you the words. You give me the meanings. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. What is a limpet? L-I-M-P-E-T.
It's a...
Water pitcher on a nightstand.
Well, it's a shellfish. You should have known that since you were in the Navy.
Well, you don't have one wrong.
What is a nomad? N-O-M-A-D. Nomad.
Like an Arab. It's like an Arab one.
Well, a rover.
Place to place.
A rover, yeah.
You now have one right.
What is a sampan?
Sam?
Oh, that is a Malayan boat.
That's right. It's a Chinese boat.
You now have 2 right.
What is a vaquero? V-A-Q-U-E-R-O.
South American horseman or cowboy.
Cowboy, yes.
You have 3 right. Get the next one right, and you'll have $1,000.
What is a dindle? D-I-R-N-D-L. D-I-R-N-D-L.
It's a skirt or dress.
Take the money. Take
You
the
now
money,
have
boy.
4 right.
Take the money. You win the money. Wait a minute. Wait. Now, you won $1,000. You can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and try to double your money. You may even get a chance at $5,000 or even $10,000. So go over there and sit down and think about it, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Groucho, I'd like you to meet Jack Mosely and
Why?
Oh, just for the heck of it, huh?
Hey, watch your language. There are musicians out there. Did you hear him? Did you hear what he said?
Would you people come in? This is Junko Gordon and Jack Mosely. Groucho Marx. Here.
Well, welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you never see, and it's something you always have with you. Junko Gordon and Jack Mosely, huh? Which one is Junko Gordon?
I am.
What kind of a name is Junko?
Japanese name.
Oh.
It means June.
Junko isn't a very dignified name for me to call you. And if I call you June, you won't know what I'm talking about. That's the way Jack Parr talks. What does your husband call you? Does he have a romantic little pet name that I can call you?
Yes, he
Isn't that
called,
like Jack Parr?
He called me Fatty.
He called you Fatty?
Yeah.
Well, why does he call you Fatty? To get on the other side? No, that's another joke. Well, I better stick to Junko. Junko sounds like one of my brothers. Harpo, Chico, Gummo, Groucho, and Junko. Hey, what are you laughing at?
Well, you have to say Groucho.
Yeah, well, you're not so skinny either, you know. You could be a male Junko. Gordon isn't a Japanese name, or is it?
That's an American name. My husband is American.
Your husband is an
Yes.
American. Did you meet him in the Far East? Could you tell us the story of how you met him? Is it an interesting story?
Yes, Groucho, it's a very long, long story.
They're all long stories, Junko.
Perhaps...
And the longer you're married, the longer the stories get.
Perhaps we'll never finish.
You never finish?
No.
Well, we better not. Give it to us briefly.
Okay.
Can you, Junko?
Okay.
How did you meet your husband?
Oh, I had a girlfriend and married
You were
and came
taking
over here. And she's the one introduced my husband. And we've been corresponding about for a year.
For a year before you met him?
Yes.
Did you exchange photographs?
Yes, I did.
Did your husband propose by letter, or did he wait until he saw you?
Oh, after he saw me, he said, you look much better in person.
Well, you do.
Thank you.
And then what happened after he said this?
He said, one day, he said he liked to visit Japan and liked to meet me. So he came over and...
He flew over there?
he came over. He flew, yes.
He flew over?
Yeah.
In a plane, or he just...
Airplane.
Oh.
And he come
It's
over...
very difficult the other way. You mean just flying, like this. You get very
Yeah,
tired.
by airplane.
After you pass Hawaii, you're pretty limp by this time.
But he came over by airplane.
He came by airplane?
Yes.
Well, that's a nice way to travel.
And then
You met him at the airport?
Yes. And he
what
said...
did you say when he said that you looked beautiful?
I said, so are you.
What sort of work does this Romeo do? Certainly an impetuous fellow, huh?
He's a yellow cab driver.
What about you, Jack? Are you married?
Yes, I am, Groucho. Been married 30 years.
Would you say yours is a love match?
Oh, yes. It's really
Does
nice.
your wife have any little pet names for you, like Fatty?
Well, she calls me Windbag.
Well, that's not nice. I wouldn't call you a windbag. But then, of course, I don't know you as well as your wife does. How did you meet your wife, Windbag?
Well, I answered an ad in a paper in Fort Smith, Arkansas. They wanted a dry cleaner. Then I made a trip to Fort Smith and answered the ad. But before I got there, somebody's already got the job, so that let
You
me
went
out.
all the way. Where did you go from?
From Tulsa, Oklahoma.
You traveled from Tulsa to Fort Smith
Yes.
to get this job? huh?
Sure. Jobs is hard to get in them days.
Well, what happened after that?
Well, this Mr. Darby, which was a brother-in-law to my wife now, but he taken
What's
a
this?
liking to me, and so he invited me home.
I couldn't follow this.
Well,
A man
Mr.
named
Darby.
Darby. He's just come into the picture.
yeah, he came in.
He's a brother-in-law of your wife to
Yes.
whom you weren't married at the
That's
time.
right, yes.
You understand this?
Yeah.
No, well, I don't.
Well, anyway,
Since neither of us understand it, proceed with this
all right.
cock and bull story.
Okay. And he invited me home to meet his sister-in-law, which was Pauline. And that started something.
You went there to get a job as a
Yeah.
dry cleaner, and you didn't get the job.
I
But this
didn't.
fella immediately took you home to meet his
That's
sister-in-law?
right. Mhm.
Well, why was that? Was he supporting her? He wanted to get rid of her?
Well, later on, I found out that was the reason why.
Well, how many times did he have to run that ad before they found a sucker like you?
Well, that I don't know. All I know, when I went to Fort Smith, the job wasn't there, so I was left out in the cold.
You arrived in Fort Smith empty-handed and left there with a wife. huh?
Yeah, I did get something out of the deal.
You're one of the few fellas I ever heard of who got taken to the cleaners before he got married. Junko, have you picked up any American habits since you've been over here
Yes,
in the United Snakes?
Eating.
Eating, yes. Well, that's fairly evident. Do you have a job?
Yes.
Is there any? What do you do?
Oh, I pack garlic and chili powder
Chili powder?
and parakeet seed.
Parakeet seeds.
Yeah,
huh?
parakeet seed.
You mean that they're mixing chili powder now with parakeet seed?
No,
You know, those birds will be up to the moon before the rockets will. Now, what about you, Windbag? Did I ask you if you have... Well, if his wife calls him that, I don't know why. It gives us a nice friendly relationship. I'll just call you Bag. Yeah? Bag, did I ask you, what is your job? You still a dry cleaner?
Well, in a way I am. I have Jack's repair shop in Long Beach.
You repair jacks in Long Beach?
Well, I guess I could repair a jack, yeah.
Do you have any hobbies? I mean, or did you do nothing else but just dry clean?
A strong man.
You're a strong man?
Yes.
What do you mean? You've been eating her garlic?
No, not yet.
Well, in what way are you a strong man?
Well, I used to be with Ripley, believe it or not.
Oh.
And I did such stunts as let 6 men choke me, drive a 40-penny nail through a 2x4 with one punch of my fist, break 3/4-inch ropes, pull 14-ton fire trucks with my teeth, let any 6 men choke me.
Are there 6 men in the audience that would like to come up and strangle this chap? Do you still perform any of these feats of strength? What I'm getting is, could you do something for us?
Yes, I could,
I don't want anybody to throttle you up here, but could you do something?
Yes, I could, Groucho.
What?
I could blow up and bust a brand new automobile inner tube.
Well, why would anybody want to blow up an inner tube?
I don't know. I just like to blow them up.
Is this why your wife calls you a windbag?
That's right.
Have you got an inner tube on you? You have one wrapped around here.
No. That's solid.
You say you have one on?
I have an inner tube with me.
Well, could you roll it out here?
Yes, I could.
Could you get it? Would you like to see him blow it?
Yes, I like to see you.
Say, how long does it take to blow that thing up before you start?
It'll take anywhere from 2 to 8 minutes.
Well, that's a long time. I mean, we haven't got that much time. We got to get on with the quiz. We only have a half-hour show. You know, could you blow up the inner tube and still answer the quiz questions?
Well, I don't think so, Groucho.
Simultaneously?
I don't think I could. Well, I might, but I'd rather have my wife come up here and take
Your wife? Yeah.
Yes,
Mrs.
my
Windbag is in the audience?
Yes, she's in the audience.
What's your wife's name?
Pauline.
Pauline. Would you mind hopping up here? Pauline. Pauline, come up here. I want you to meet, shake hands with Fatty. No, I mean your husband. Fatty Mosely. You get right here, this microphone.
What is that? That's air.
That's air, huh? Well, she had you ticketed all right. Now, Windbag, is there any danger of this inner tube blowing the audience out of the theater?
Well, it's according to where I'm standing here, Groucho.
Stand outside on the corner around San Francisco. Now, you start blowing, and we'll keep an eye on you during the quiz. And Windbag, if you want to, you can help answer the questions while you're taking a breath. Okay. Are you girls ready? Oh, go ahead, Windbag, blow. Now, you selected cities and small towns of the United States. I'll give you 4 cities or towns in a particular state, and you identify the state. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. Now, here are the cities and towns. Winchester, Springfield, Shawneetown, and Rock Island. What is the state?
Illinois.
Illinois is right. All right, and what state are these places? Batavia, Ithaca, Albany, and Penn Yan. Albany, Ithaca, Batavia, and Penn Yan.
New York.
And New York is right. Now, you got 2 right.
Right.
In what state are Carrington, Bismarck, Beach, and Fessenden? North Dakota's right. Now you got 3.
One more right, you'll have $1,000.
I can't think. You scared me.
In what state would you find Columbia, Greenville, Gaffney, and Walhalla? What is the state you'll find these places? Columbia, Greenville, Gaffney, and Walhalla. I'm sorry. It's South Carolina.
You have 1 wrong.
In what state would you find Frostburg, Hagerstown, Annapolis, and Snow Hill? Annapolis, you know where the Naval Academy. Where's the Naval Academy? Well, it's Maryland.
Maryland. You know after.
wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
You know after it's over.
Yeah. I think it's over with now. Where, over here? Here's the safe place.
Run for your lives!
I don't understand.
I'm going to give you a whole new category. I'm going to give you 4 more questions because it isn't fair. Portland, Kennebunk, Skowhegan, and Augusta.
Oh, Maine.
That's right. Painesville, Youngstown, Sandusky, and Marion.
Maryland. Maryland.
Think before you answer.
Oh, how?
You said Ohio, that's right. Now you got 2.
Now you have 2 right.
Oh,
I'm going to give you Sneedville, Nashville, Knoxville, and Shelbyville.
that's Tennessee.
That's what?
Tennessee.
That's right. Now you got 3 right.
All right, you got just hold it.
Gotta get
3
one
right.
more.
1 more right, and you'll have $1,000.
Titusville, Newcastle, Oil City, and Carlisle. What state? Think now. Titusville, Newcastle, Oil City, and Carlisle.
Carlisle. No.
Huh? Yeah. Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania's right.
You got 4 in a row. You win $1,000.
Isn't it romantic when 2 windbags get together? Now you've won $1,000 so far. Now you can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and try for $5,000 or even $10,000. So go over there and sit down and think about it. And thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Well, Groucho, our last couple, Jack Mosely and Junko Gordon, have decided not to try for the big question. But here is our first couple, Mrs. Hendriks and Mr. Fielding, to give us their decision.
Now you won $1,000 so far. If you decide to try for the big money and you fail, you wind up with a total of $500. What are you going to do?
Well, I want to keep what I
You're
have.
going to keep your $500. And what are you going to do?
I'll go, Groucho.
You're going to go. All right. Thanks for being on the show, Cornelia. Now, you pick a number. On this side, if you win, it'll be $5,000, and this side, $2,500 because you're single. Now, we're going to give you 2 chances at the wheel, so think first of a number between 1 and 10.
6.
6. Now, wait a minute. That's for $5,000. Now, think of another number for $2,500.
2.
Okay. 5, 6, and 2. Now, turn the wheel. Well, neither number came up, so this question is worth $1,000. Pope John the 23rd was elevated in November of 58. He was known as the Patriarch of what city? Tell me the answer, and you win $1,000.
Venice. Venice.
Patriarch of Venice. I don't know what you can't argue about that. That's right. You won $1,000. What are you going to do with the money?
Well, I'll probably turn it over to my wife.
Congratulations, and thanks for being with us. You bet your life. Good night until next week, and no matter which of our products you buy, tell them Groucho sent you.
Tonight, You Bet Your Life has been brought to you by Geritol, America's #1 tonic. Geritol, the fast-acting, high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast. And by Sominex, the new effective non-habit-forming aid to sleep. Taken as directed, Sominex helps bring 100% safe sleep.